What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Whiskey Dixon. I'm Sugarbear. I got my buddy Robbie with me here today, and we are drinking Bruichladdich Scottish Barley, the Classic Laddie. This is, yeah, no, look, I mean, he got the shirt and everything. He's matching. This is kind of like the entry-level whiskey from Bruichladdich, and what's cool is it's bottled at 100 proof. So what that means is that Bruichladdich does not bottle anything under 100 proof.
Wow.
Which points for that, 100%.
That's awesome.
Another thing Bruichladdich really specializes in is using only like really locally sourced barley. So this one is made with Scottish barley, but they make a lot of their whiskeys with only Islay barley, only barley grown right there on the island, which is another interesting.
That's like straight up farm to bottle.
Exactly, the same way that
cool.
like Kilchoman is doing now.
Okay.
Which, yeah, you don't see that.
That's awesome.
As much, and now they're kind of returning to that. One thing I don't like about this bottle, you can't really see how much is in it because it's painted. All right, we have enough to do a review though, so that's good. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of, like, some people are really into the modern look. I am not, but I get it. They're trying to stand out.
I personally am. I really like this color though, so I'm a little bit biased, but that's about it.
Yeah, it looks like some Easter bullshit to me, but whatever. I mean, it's, you know,
Easter
it's
egg
not
dye.
a bad whiskey. At the end of the day, I'm more about what's in the bottle, and this is one I've revisited multiple times just because it is a good whiskey. Like I said, 100 proof, non-chill filtered, no color. They're very good about that. They are a very progressive modern distillery, and they're known for making the world's most heavily peated whiskey, which is Octomore, which is awesome, but it's also a little gratuitous and unnecessary because there's only so much peat you can actually taste, and it's kind of overkill to me. I know it's like a cult following whiskey.
It's like getting one of those IPAs you said that's like way high on the IBUs.
They're making IPAs at like 500 IBUs, which is like you can't taste that. Like,
yeah, it's unnecessary.
Your palate can't even register that amount, and that's the
and you're
same.
Paying for it too, which is like.
You are, yeah. Octomore
really want
is
that.
not cheap. Octomore comes in at like 200. This is like a $50 bottle. This is actually pretty reasonable considering. It's also a very unique whiskey.
I get Ocean like right up front, but not just like Ocean. I get if you guys like the little seaweed snacks, the little nori seaweed stacks, like smoked seaweed specifically. Like that's what comes right out, and which is crazy because this is an unpeated whiskey. Like it's just straight up. Yeah.
I honestly on the palate there's peat. There's peat on the palate here. And my guess is that either they're sort of like their mill or whatever they're using has so much of that Octomore malt that's just so crazily peaty that even if a little bit gets into the batch, it's gonna make it taste peaty. Or just being aged around these heavily peated whiskeys for so long. Oh my gosh,
yeah, they've got to be just like
actually impart peat from like one barrel into the other, like ghost peat.
Ghost peat.
It's the only way I can really.
It's like buying a car from a smoker.
Yeah.
Like you're never really gonna get that.
Exactly. Like there's peat. There's definitely peat in here. I know it says it's unpeated, but it's not.
I really like seaweed, so like that taste, that smell, I almost taste it.
Me
like
too. I love anything to do with the ocean in a whiskey. Just immediately makes me like, yep, I like it. So, bottle look aside, what's in there is actually quite nice. Yeah, on the nose, it's pretty sweet too. I get vanilla. I even get like yogurt, maybe with like pineapple chunks in it.
Yeah. The yogurt is really present.
Yeah.
Like kind of there's a little light sour note.
Sour and creamy, but not like sour cream.
I also get like a slightly unripe mango, like near the skin portion of it, where it's like tart but not super tart. You know.
There's interesting tropical fruit notes in this that you really do not see in Scotch very often. Especially on the palate.
That's so creamy.
Yeah. The mouthfeel, it's beyond oily. It's creamy. Mm-hmm. It's like a spoonful of yogurt, really. Like in the mouth, it's like.
I think the yogurt is right on the money.
Yeah.
Like a full fat yogurt, like really nice and lingers.
It's on the nose too. Even it's really.
It definitely is.
That creamy barley, that sweet, a little bit of vanilla. I mean, my guess would be that there's no sherry cask involved. This is a bourbon cask whiskey. I don't know if it actually specifies on here or not, but my palate is telling me bourbon cask all day.
I get a ton of honey in that too.
Oh yeah.
Like honey
Like classic,
on
like
yogurt.
Highland honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, honey, yogurt.
Honey, yogurt, a little bit
Mango.
of fruit. Ooh, man, that's good.
There's some ocean notes in here, and there's a whiff of peat smoke that is weaving its way through the entire
absolutely.
sip. It's from beginning to end. There is peat in this, so
It's surprising
we keep
though.
calling it unpeated, but we're gonna call bullshit on it every time.
It's really surprising though how much it goes away from the flavor notes versus the smell. It's like, oh, it's peated, but it doesn't taste like it.
But it doesn't stay with you. It's not like a hefty mouthful of peat where like you'll smell it on the person after they drink it.
No.
It's gone. Yeah, it's not like a fully peated whiskey, but there's
like a Lafroig or something like that.
Substantial little whiff of peat, or kind of weaving its way through.
I kind of like it because it gives it a more complex development versus it just being like peat.
To me, an Isla whiskey always should have a little bit of peat, because really, in the old days, all whiskey was peated because that was their only heat source they could use to dry the barley in the kiln. So like whiskey from every region of Scotland was peated.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
Only in the last 50 years or so, if they really had to, they don't have to rely on peat. They're using like air drying methods and things like that, so that there's a lot of these distilleries that don't really want peat in their whiskey. They want them to be like delicate, fruity, light-bodied. They don't want the smoke in them. But yeah, there was a time where all whiskey was peated to an extent. So any final thoughts here on this Bruichladdich, the Classic Laddie?
Wasn't Bruichladdich something that was mentioned in an Amazon Prime documentary
You're
recently?
right. No, yeah. I saw that. It's called Scotch: A Golden Dream. It's about the master distiller for. Or he doesn't like the term master distiller. He's the director of distilling for Bruichladdich, who's Jim McEwen, who he started out at Balmore at a really young age. Mm-hmm. He was kind of just handed the keys to the distillery, and they were like, "Have at it." And he's one of the most decorated, knowledgeable distillers of all time, really. And it's a really cool documentary. If you haven't seen it, it does mostly feature and talk about this particular distillery. Also, I forgot to mention, Bruichladdich means the shore bank in Gaelic.
Hence that ocean note.
Exactly. It's
fantastic.
It's literally right on the ocean. And
wow.
Yeah, you get that in all their whiskeys. They're really known for like Octomore, which is their most heavily peated whiskey. And then actually they won Whiskey of the Year many times for another whiskey they make that's completely unpeated called Black Art, which is supposed to be
Black Art. I've heard
one
of Black
of the
Art.
world's great whiskeys. That is one I actually have not tried. It's pretty pricey. Comes in like $400 a bottle, so it's a little out of my range. But hopefully one of you is nice enough to donate some to us.
Something to aspire to.
Indeed. So until next time, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Let us know if you like this video. Exactly. Smash the like button. Let us know if there's any other stuff we need to try from these guys. I mean, I have an idea, but send us some samples or something. I don't know. Hook it up, man. And until next time, Sugarbear.
Robbie.
We are Whiskey Dixon. Sláinte. Keep on drinking.